Okay, I'll admit that probably was a bit of a clickbait title and thumbnail, but this was intended to be a light-hearted video, and it is featuring a Triumph that you can ride anytime you like during the current UK lockdown. It was obviously quite a different machine to usual that rolled out of the back of the Triumph van, and having had the Trekker for a week or so, I thought I'd let you know all about it. Triumph are obviously returning to their bicycle roots with the Trekker, so this is a flashback to 1886, but with a thoroughly 21st century slant. Let's take a look at the specs. Designed in-house, the 6061 hydroformed aluminium frame has a traditional look and is finished off in Triumph matte silver, ice and matte jet black paint from the motorcycle range. The rest of the components are mid-level, to be honest, with a RockShox Paragon fork, Shimano Dior group set, Alex Volar 27.5-inch rims and a Salé Royal Vivo saddle. The Trekker also features full-length aluminium mudguards, a pannier rack, side stand, a neat integrated ABUS Pro Shield lock and very bright LED lights. When it comes to the drivetrain, however, Triumph have stepped things up a little by utilising the Shimano Steps E6100 250 watt motor. This is paired with a Shimano E8035 504 watt hour battery integrated into the down tube. There is a charging port on top of the bottom bracket, but the battery can also be removed and charged independently, which saves you having to bring the bike indoors to charge it. The display mounted above the stem is very clear, easy to read, and importantly, easy to navigate. It can be controlled by either the buttons on the unit itself or via the chunky and responsive controller on the bars. There are 3 power settings: Eco, Normal and High, each in turn offering more assistance to the rider as the motor senses the input pressure. The display will also show the usual items such as cadence, distance, odometer and range. In fact, there is a handy section which shows the range available in each mode, and despite it not being the biggest battery in the Shimano lineup, the range is pretty impressive. There is of course a big speed display and the unit is backlit when the lights are switched on. The lights are impressive too. A very bright headlight offers a good throw and the rear light makes you very visible to other road users. A real benefit of having an onboard battery. Overall, the finish, much like Triumph's motorcycles, is very nice indeed, and it does look and feel like a premium product. Onto the riding, and the Trekker is a lovely bike to nip around on. It's relatively light for an e-bike at 24 kilos, which does include the 3 kilos for the battery. It's also quite a nimble machine with a relatively fast riding position. Combine this with the 2-inch tyres and you have sporty handling with confidence inspiring grip. It's much more fun and agile to ride than I expected when I first looked at it. The 10-speed derailleur, 11 to 36 tooth cluster and a 38 tooth chainring at the front offers a pretty wide gearing range, and the bike is easy to ride. In fact, it's still a nice bike to trundle along on the flat without any battery power. Click it into Eco for a bit of boost or to battle a headwind. Normal and High can then be clicked in for those more taxing hills or climbs. The motor cuts in and out very smoothly too, and there's no sudden off when you reach the mandated 25 km/h speed limit for battery assistance. I'm sure this can be circumvented, but it's going to invalidate your warranty and break the law. As someone who has gained a lockdown layer and needs to get out and exercise more, I can see how e-bikes are a good way to get back into cycling. Some may see it as cheating, but for me I see it as a way of extending the journey range and making the ride more interesting. The more interesting the ride is, the more likely I am to do it. The Trekker GT would be an excellent choice, but its £2,950 price tag is a little hard to swallow. Having said that, all e-bikes seem to command a premium price, and this is a very nicely put together bicycle. That sort of money would get me a nice used CRF 250L, but I guess that's completely missing the point of the exercise. There are links in the description if you'd like to find out more or support the channel. If you like the video, a thumbs up would be great. If you don't like the video, then feel free to give it a thumbs down. It's all engagement at the end of the day. If you'd like to see my further motorcycle and gear reviews, then please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. I'll be back next week with a look at the new 2021 Triumph Bonneville range. So until then, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.